Hi, welcome back to my channel. That's so weird to say. That's really funny. Today I am going to be doing a full face of the bougiest of makeup, the high end, all the stuff you know I had to put on after pay. We're gonna be using Tom Ford, DIOR, Westman Atelier, CHANTECAILLE, all the bouge. No Sicily. I'm not that bougie, let's be real. So let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the DIOR Backstage primer. This is a really nice primer. I'm actually just using a little sample size from Sephora. Always take advantage of those perks if you're a Sephora VIP member. This does have a scent, by the way. It's mild and it does dissipate, but there is a slight floral scent with that primer, and it's pretty hydrating. Not a ton of glow or anything, but it's nice, for lack of a better word. Okay, I do also have a little bit of another mini of the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, which I'm just gonna use a very small amount, and I'm gonna concentrate this in my driest spot. So that's gonna be under my eyes here, almost like an eye cream. And then right where my wrinkles are in the middle of my forehead here. All that moisture should help keep some of the wrinkles at bay, which gives me more flexibility using highlighter. And the Vitamin Enriched Face Base has a really nice consistency, very thick, you know, definitely passes the Blizzard upside down test, but it's not too heavy. I'm going to do my typical Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter, but I'm gonna put that on the high points of my face here, on my nose. Foundation, I'm going in with the Tom Ford Traceless Stick Foundation. I'm in the shade 5.5 Bisque. This is $90+ foundation, but it's beautiful. Not overdoing it. I can always go in and add more if I need to, but it's a lot harder to take it off. I'm using my more expensive brushes too. So I'm gonna go in with the Jumbo Base from Sonia G. This originally came in the Fusion brush set. Now you can get it by itself. And I'm gonna kind of go in first where all the Tom Ford stick is, and then I'll go in where I put the highlight and blend. I'm not gonna take this too high up under my eyes. Creams are thicker, the stick foundations are thicker, and while this one is very lightweight and a thin consistency, I don't want too much product buildup under my eyes because there are so many wrinkles. I do take almost everything on my eyelids though. By the way, I hope you like my flower backdrop here, which is precariously taped to the back of my chair. I need to use that more often. It's so beautiful. The finish is stunning. I know it's a lot of people's holy grail foundation. I always find myself not wanting to use up my expensive products, but then it's like, I paid so much for them, I might as well use them and get use out of them. I didn't pay for them to keep them locked to the cabinet. For concealer, I'm gonna go in with the DIOR Forever, the Forever Skin Correct concealer. I am in shade 01. The DIOR shades tend to be very deep. In the Backstage, I use shade 2, but in the Forever Skin, I use shade 1. And again, I do like to have some brightening under here. And then I do have my Skin Damage mustache. If the concealer's too light, I go in with more of a skin tone, more of my skin tone concealer. but this one is just on the border line of being too light. But I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna go back in with that same jumbo blender. For now, I will go in with a smaller brush for more detail in my deep inner circle, not inner corner crevices here. But for the initial blend, I will use this same brush. And this brush has a nice angle to it. So you can kind of use this more, the taller side, if you will, and kind of get right up next to your nose. Okay, now for the inner corner here, I'm gonna go in with the Jumbo Concealer, which from Sonuji, also from that Fusion set. And take it on my lids. I've got a lot of discoloration and veins on my eyelids, so I like to blank that out with primer or concealer. Look at how beautiful that concealer is. I hope the lighting and sound are getting better. Okay, I am going to set my under eyes. Perfect Blur finishing powder from Chantecaille. Was hard to get for such a long time, but I do believe it's part of their regular. It used to only come in one shade, which is this one. They now have a deeper version as well. So I'm just gonna go in right under my eyes, lightly setting. Can you see the difference? It just takes a little bit of the shine down, which hides more of that trough I've got under here. Blurs the wrinkles and fine lines. I mean, I can see that. I hope you can see the difference too. And this is the Sonuji Mini Cheek, by the way, I'm using to set my under eyes. And I'm gonna bring that down now into my smile lines right here and between my eyes, and then up where I have the most fine lines and wrinkles, which is also where cream products tend to settle and crease and show those wrinkles and lines. I'm gonna go in with Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate for cream contour. Basically, could be a bronzer. Most people don't touch the highlighter. I do on occasion. It's pretty, but today I am not going to use it. Today I'm just going in with the cream contour. This is a particularly fantastic product. Again, worth $90. That's your decision to make, but it is lovely. And we've got cheekbones. I have a lot of loss of collagen and plumpness, especially on this side. So I like to kind of bring the contour under and sort of fake cheeks as much as possible. This is a great brush. It's a sculpting brush from Huda Beauty. And this end is perfect for the nose. Not a massive nose, but it's certainly an area of self-consciousness for me. By bringing the contour under the tip of the nose, it can kind of fake shortening the nose. I have a very long projected nose, so I really try and fake the length of it down, chop it down, and then doing a little bit up here sort of mimics the appearance of an upturn slightly. And it's amazing what you can do, the power of makeup. It is pretty incredible and confidence boosting. And it's not about changing or hiding who you are. It's about enhancing the best parts of you, covering up the ones you don't like as much, and just feeling confident, because it's amazing what confidence can do for mental health. Not that we have to be a prettier version in any traditional sense. And I think that's part of the reason why I've gotten so heavily into the beauty community and makeup recently, is the standards have changed so drastically. You can be comfortable going to work as a server or in most office settings these days with a full beat, and you can be just as comfortable with nothing. Or you can wear just brows and lip gloss, or you can do a full colorful eye look. The possibilities are endless, and I think, kind of like tattoos, society is much more open to different standards of beauty. I'm gonna go in next with the Westman Atelier Super Loaded Tinted Highlight. These puppies are $75 each. There are 3 or 4 different shades. I think they just came out with a 4th shade, but this is Pot de Soleil, which I bring out in the summer, and it's a very bronzy golden that is stunning as a highlight on deeper skin tones, but on my skin tone of a bronzy highlight, and apply it just above and then on the fronts of basically my entire cheek. And the beautiful part about this product, which I think makes it worth the $75, it smooths out wrinkles. There is no texture whatsoever. It just, oh, it makes such a beautifully smooth cheek. Gucci Westman, the creator and owner of Westman Atelier, is a brilliant celebrity makeup artist. She works with like Martha Stewart, like people who can afford to pay everything. So she came up with these formulas. Her formulas are very much geared, a lot like Wayne Goss, where they're great for everybody, but especially kind to mature skin. It's just the, like a hint. It's not a traditional highlighter where it's like bling, 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 bling. I will use another more aggressive highlight. I've said aggressive a lot. A more intense highlight from Gucci Westman shortly here. I'm going to use the stick cream. This is in the, I'll talk about that in a minute. But this is more of a just under the radar, what's going on there? Those cheeks are beautiful kind of product. And in the summer, the Pot de Soleil shade just livens up the cheeks, gives you that bronzy goddess glowy look. I go for it. I am here for it. I'm gonna go in with the Chantecaille Cheek Jelly. This is in the shade Vibrant. And I am gonna shake it up just a little bit. The formula of these Chantecaille cream blushes is stunning. I'm just gonna put a little bit Sonia G Mini Base. Another one of the Fusion set. And I'm just gonna work that into the brush and then just stamp it on my cheeks here. And the nice thing about this product is it's very forgiving. You're not going to go clown cheeks. It's not super pigmented. It's a little bit glowy. I mean, love blush. I have way too many, so I'm just gonna do a little bit more because that actually was not enough for both cheeks. I really was underestimating. I also have the Lisa Eldridge cream tube blushes over here that I was thinking about using. Those are a lot more pigmented and a little bit more finicky to work with. These Chantecaille blushes, there's 3 or 4 shades right now, and honestly I don't know how much they will show up on deeper skin tones. on my skin tone and lighter, they really are beautiful. I'm going to be using the Victoria Beckham Bronzing Brick and Makeup by Mario, the F2, and just go back and forth between both of these shades. I have not used this in a while, but I'm really just keeping this on the outside edge cheeks just to give a little bit more dimension. And then I'll take the smaller end and just go down the sides of my nose. Basically, I'm setting the Tom Ford cream. I'm going to take a little bit of that up here, kind of give myself that Bella Hadid snatched. I'm going to go in with the Westman Atelier, the Lit Up Cream Highlight Stick. This was a holiday special that came out with a lip product. So this Brulee shade in the Lit Up Stick is a champagne. There you go. They're really pretty. I'm going to use the A506 from the Angie Hot and Flashy collection, which is a great concealer brush, but I'm going to use that directly on the stick. And you can use your fingers too if you want, but I'm just going to go in on the highest points of my cheeks and just add, I mean, really, I did not need any more glow. You can always use more glow. You may not need it, but you can certainly use it. This is also not a super intense highlight. It is beautiful. You know what? I am going to go in with my fingers. I feel like I need a little more than what that brush was giving me. I'm going to do my brows now. No, I'm going to be using the Gucci brow pencils. These babies are not cheap, but it's a powder pencil. I'll leave you to watch. I'm just going to zoom through it though. Okay, for eyeshadow, I'm gonna go in with the Tom Ford Cream Shadow. This is in the shade Sphinx. This is like a golden with pink reflect. I'm gonna go in with the Builder brush from the Lotus set from Sonia G. But I'm just gonna put that right on my lids. And up into the crease. Oh, let me zoom you in. I'm not doing anything like groundbreaking as usual with my eye look, but it should be pretty. I love a one and done cream shadow. It just makes things so much easier. And when you're not like a pro, these are very beginner friendly. So easily blending out. They dry down, they don't move. A lighter, much more forgiving shade because it's very close to my skin tone. There's not a lot of contrast. I'm gonna put a little bit of what's left over on my brush right under the front portion of my lash line. And anytime I touch or mess with my eyes, it makes my nose run a little bit. That could be from years of drug abuse and putting things up my nose that don't belong there. This is Fleur Fantasy. This is one of the quads from Pat McGrath. I'm gonna go ahead and use some of the Peachy Matte up here, more in the crease, and then some of this on the lid. And I have an Armani shade I'm gonna put on the inner corner, because as much as I love that Tom Ford, it's, and on an just regular, I'm a mom running around town, it would be absolutely perfect. But for now, Sonia G soft shader. And again, I'm just taking that peachy matte shade just to kind of brighten it up, give it a little more depth. I'm absolutely just focusing that right on my transition crease right under the brow bone. I'm gonna take that same shade on that same exact brush, place it under my eye. This shade is pretty softly packed, which is why it's got such great pigmentation, but if you heard me tap it off the excess before going in, especially because this is on my under eye and I don't want to create a bunch of fallout and mess when I've already done. That mixed beautifully with the Tom Ford. For extra fun, I am gonna go in with this shade right in the middle, and I'm gonna take this same brush and I'm just gonna take the flat side and pick up some of that and put it right in the middle and outer. For more impact, I could definitely use my finger, but I'm not going for a super dramatic. As usual, my day, well, my evening will consist of picking up my son from daycare, trying to find something he will eat, even if it's a peanut butter and jelly in the shape of Mickey Mouse head. Which, by the way, good tip, if your kid will not eat, put the food in a shape they like, and it's amazing how much more willing they are to try it. That inner corner, I am gonna go in with one of the Armani Eyes to Kill Stellar. This shade, can I tell you? Now you can see it. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little pencil brush. This is the Sonia G Pencil Pro. Can you focus on me, please? There you go. Okay. And I'm gonna bring that a little bit inward, but mostly focused right on that inner corner. I know my battery is nearing its life again. Okay, that really brightens up the inner corner. By the way, is in the shade number 6 of the Armani Eyes to Kill, and it's, yeah, the bright kind of white. It's very much what I wanted the Victoria Beckham Blondie to be, but that one is way more gold. Okay, and I'll put a little tiny bit of that up here, and actually, since it is long wearing, I'm gonna put that right there too. It's gonna hold right on to that Westman Atelier. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a dusting of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. I'm taking the Refer 25, all 3 shades, very lightly, and just give a once over on everything. And this just kind of gives a lovely finish to the face. It just gives a little bit of glow. This is used in weddings all the time, but it's a very soft focus. Oh, let me zoom you out a little bit. Okay, for liner, I've gone in with the Black Coffee from Pat McGrath and the Permagel pencil. I've already done this eye. I just put a little bit. I did my tight line and then my just a little bit on the outer lash line. Okay, so I'm just blending out that eyeliner that I just put just at the lash line, and that just gives a little bit of smokiness. And I am gonna bring just the excess from the brush under the outer edge. Okay, that's pretty. For mascara, I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lashes. Okay, so my camera battery died, so I'm finishing this video on my phone. So the eyes are done. So, I think the face is pretty much done, so I'm just going to go in with a lip product. I am going to touch up. That is a stunning cheek. At least I think it is. And to be honest, I am going to go in with more blush because I want more blush because I feel like it's kind of faded some. I'm going to go back in with that same brush I used originally, the mini base. And again, this is the CHANTECAILLE Cream Jelly. It's a, oh, fudge. Oh, I didn't blend that in enough. I'm going to fix that, don't worry. We are just now draping. We are going for a drapey blush look, bringing that right into the eyeshadow. All better. Let's go back in on the other side and do the same because I got too aggressive and didn't blend my brush enough. There we go. All better. There's almost nothing that can't be fixed. I'm gonna go in with one of my new Lisa Eldridge shades. This is New Wave. I'm using the Pat McGrath liner in, I think it's 1980. But I think it's gonna be a perfect shade. That's pretty. That's New Wave. This is one of the new saturated, insanely saturated lip colors. Okay. That's a bright lip, but honestly, I'm kind of living for it. I love it. Okay, so this is the finished look. Not exactly how I planned on ending my video, but this is Boujee, pink and Boujee. I love it. We used all my most expensive products, and I think it's beautiful. Not worth, that goes my backdrop. Not worth all the money, but if you got it, which I don't, but if you do, by all means. Thank you so much for watching. I hope, again, you will like, subscribe, comment, share, support a single mom. Bye.